Good morning, Rainmakers. It's Priyan here from Rainway Realty, here to give you some insights on what I've learned over the last few years, but also ultimately in my journey at the moment in Dubai. So today's topic is about focus versus multitasking. The key to productivity in this world where there's so many distractions and everything is geared towards sort of trying to um, get your attention and manipulate you in one way or the other. So I was this morning from yesterday doing my plan, as I told you before, in terms of scheduling my week. And then I found out that I wasn't being as productive as I would like to be. And I was wondering why. So what I tend to do is I have my plan for the week on the Sunday. And then on the Monday, I have a to-do list, the tasks, which I then sort of pick to do for today. So what was ultimately happening was I was choosing sort of 4 or 5, big tasks, but also small tasks. So I sort of chunk it down into, okay, today I'm going to deal with the real estate agency, but I'm also going to deal with the London properties. And so therefore I'm going to do this, and this, and this. So ultimately what was happening was that the list was becoming quite large initially. So it felt like I'm going to have a productive day. But ultimately by picking the things that I was going to do, I did not follow through and felt like, from a list of 6 or 7 things, I only maybe accomplished one or actually none, because I did a bit of everything. So today is really sort of discussing with you how I can improve my system in order to be more productive. So what I've decided to do now is, rather than choosing 6 or 7 topics, I'm going to try and keep it small, in manageable. Now, if I accomplish those 3 tasks, for example, that I've done, then of course, yes, I can do more work. It's not like, oh, I finished for the day, but at least I'm going to get a sense of satisfaction of completing a task. For example, I need to update the calendars for the holiday rent business. And this takes time in terms of going into a CRM system. And so therefore, that is one task that I'm going to do. Now, the other thing is that in terms of doing the task, what tends to happen again is that because of the fact that society now has made us so less focused on things, and our attention span is very small, i.e., to give you an example, with this video, lots of comments that I've been getting back from friends and family is that, oh, is the video too long? Could you maybe speed it up and speak a bit quicker, so therefore then I don't have to listen to it on times 2? But yes, yeah, I can speed things up, and yes, I could make them shorter. But at the moment, I am trying to do it according to what I feel comfortable with and how I'm delivering it. And yes, later on, I may make it shorter to deal with the fact that people are busy and therefore don't want to listen to a podcast which is 15 minutes and prefer to listen to it in 8 minutes, which would mean I'd have to speak quicker and also be more organized, and also give the information in a much more thought out manner, which I most probably can do in the future. But at the moment, I don't have the time or the expertise or the professionalism in order to condense it all and also be super focused. That is something that I need to learn. However, do I need to learn that? Because maybe my audience in the future will say, actually, Priyan, I like the way that you are intentional, that you are authentic in the way you're saying things. And I don't mind listening to you for a long time because of the fact that I feel what you're delivering is valid. So going back to the point of the video, people want short things. People have Instagram, which is short. People have Uber and also now Deliveroo. So everything is expected to happen quickly, on time and just in time. So therefore, our minds are being trained to be just in time people and also less focused in what we do. Even if you think about movies and how we watch TV, in the past, you were able to go to the cinema, or you still can go to the cinema, but you don't go to the cinema way less than you used to. And you'd go to a cinema and you'd watch a movie for like 2 hours, 3 hour movies, epic movies like Godfather and stuff like that. But nowadays, if a 3 hour movie came out, you would be like, oh man, I don't have the time to watch that, because of the fact that you feel like it's a waste of time, or that society has made you think it's a waste of time because of the fact that you can watch a series instead, which is a 45-minute episode. And then if you want to carry on, you can, but otherwise you'll just want to watch the 45-minute episode. Hence why the series on Netflix has become so popular and movies are more on the decline, because of the time span and the way they're capturing you and seeing that the amount of time you sit down on a TV and they can capture you for is scientifically most probably proven that this is how it's going to get the mass audience. However, at the same time, it's like a case of like, if you spend time reading, for example, again, if you do 20-minute chunks and stuff, yeah, it's better than nothing. But if you want to sort of really relax and do something, it should be done for a little bit longer. So you can see how society is training you to be more less, not more, but have less attention span. They want you to do things quickly. They want to bombard things at you. So therefore, you've got to really sort of understand how to retrain yourself to focus, how to retrain yourself to focus for longer periods of time. Now, I'm not saying, you need to focus for, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, because ultimately as well, like when you did your exams and stuff at school or university, those were long periods of times that you had to stay, and you do lose concentration. It's just human nature. So one of the ways that I now sort of look to do, which I used to do in the past, is now I've got this task of doing the holiday let business. So therefore, I set a timer for 45 minutes or 30 minutes. I put that timer on. I think it's called the paradigm effect, or Pomodoro even. And what I do is I put the timer on and I focus. Now, I focus on doing the work. Sometimes the work is productive and you get through it very quickly, and sometimes it's slow. You have to make a telephone call, but don't get distracted from that. Stick to your guns. If somebody calls you up or you see a WhatsApp message and you find yourself doing the WhatsApp, put it down. Focus. You've got 45 minutes. Create a game. Right, I'm starting now. I've got half an hour to do this. Come on, look at the time. There's 15 minutes left. You've got to get this done. Make it exciting for yourself. Make it so that you actually achieve something. Then, boom, once it's over, fine. You've done it for 45 minutes. Get up, go for a walk, go for a chat. Don't really answer your WhatsApps and things, because again, you're getting dragged down into that mentality of using your phone and stuff. Go for a walk, get some fresh air, then come back and say, right, another 45-minute chunk. You'll feel yourself, as you keep doing it and you train yourself, you'll feel yourself like, really sort of switching and being in the zone, as they say, for that 45 minutes. Get on it, do it. Even if you're playing with your children, for example, or spending time with your wife at dinner, that training then comes into effect. Okay, I'm coming forward a purpose here. What's my purpose? What do I want to achieve? What do I want to do? I want to have a great time with my son, engage with him, be present. And so therefore, by doing that focus at work and training yourself at work, then in your everyday life, you can then go into the zone as well for those activities. So therefore, then you're much more happier. You are achieving stuff. So therefore, then it feels like you're getting through things, as opposed to thinking about multitasking. So, I'm doing the booking.com thing, and then somebody calls me over there or says something. I then think about that. I start daydreaming about something else, thinking about the property that I was going to buy. So then I call up the buyer or call up the person because I think of it straight away. So I think, oh yeah, I've got to do that. But you don't have to do that. Don't get distracted and pulled away. That's the training that's happening. So get rid of that. Focus on what you want to do. Think about what you want to achieve. Be mindful about what there is, and then slowly you'll train yourself, and you'll be able to achieve far more than multitasking, and being more vigilant about what you're doing. So, thanks a lot for listening. I'm going to keep it short, this one, just because of the fact that your time spans and attention spans are low. Hopefully I spoke quicker, so that I did not have to be put on ×2, and maybe ×1.5 instead. But yeah, looking forward to this week, and I hope all of you have a great Monday.